Ayobami Lam Adesina, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Thank you very much, sir.
Buhari versus Atiku. It seems that is what we are going to analyze in the months to come. PDP versus APC.
Yes.
So what is it going to be like?
I think from some of my intelligence, which I picked up from the North, it seems to me that they've accepted Buhari as their leader. So if I give you the example, I was talking to a friend about Kanu, and there is a bit of, there is a tussle between the former governor of Kanu State, Kwankwaso, and the present governor of Kanu State, Gaduje. And as you know, Gaduje used to be the deputy to Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso is aligned to Buhari. So I was asking my friend who is from Kano, what's going to happen? He said that the Kano people love Buhari. That since the days that Buhari has been contesting for the presidency, he has always won Kano, and he will always win Kano. I asked the same question about Sokoto. They said the people of Sokoto are very much with Buhari. I asked the same of Bauchi and some other states in the north, and they gave me the same answer, which seems to me that the northerners, in general, I'm not saying everybody is going to vote for Buhari, but I think they've accepted Buhari as their leader. So as far as the north is concerned, I think he's going to get the majority of the votes in the north.
But that was a Buhari that contested against mostly southerners. Now you have a northerner against another northerner.
It doesn't matter.
And you think Atiku will not be able to penetrate Kanu?
I don't think he will be able to penetrate Kanu. I don't think so.
But is it about just APC and PDP? There is a Mogalu, there is a Shore. How come we are not giving them any chance of becoming the next president?
I think, like I used to say to my friends, one, you have to know Nigeria to understand Nigeria. I think when you look at people like Mogalu, look at people like Shore. Of course, they are talking some of the things that are the ills of our society. They are a young blood who have got the idea of where they think this country should move to. You know, the next steps that we need to take for us to start to develop faster than we are developing now. Well, at the end of the day, the question is, it's about the network. It's about the language. What do I mean about the network? It's not, yes, and I like Shore, I like Buhari, young blood, with fresh ideas. But the question is, can they actually communicate with the people who are going to vote on the day?
Who are these people that they need to communicate with?
Well, you know, you and I can understand that language, English language. Are they able to communicate with our people who are mostly uneducated all over the country, who don't actually understand their language? And that's the key. The key is the PDP, the APC, have got that network. They understand how to communicate with our people. So in my view, Mogalu and Shore will have to learn the trade. How do you communicate those good ideas in the language that our people, mostly uneducated, will understand?
Is it just about language as a tool of communication, or you are also looking at the effect of money?
There is the effect of money. Only 3 years ago, or 3 and a bit years ago, there was the Buhari movement. Don't forget, the sitting president at that time, Jonathan Goodluck, spent a lorry load of money. Buhari didn't have much to spend. I didn't say APC didn't spend money, but they didn't spend 1/10 of what Jonathan spent. So in my view, the people that I am talking about who will stand in the queue to vote for the candidate of their choice, yes, there is the issue of money, but then at the same time, there is the issue of, are we speaking the language they understand? And at that particular point in time, the language that they understood was change. And that is change Jonathan, because there is a widespread belief that the country was going under.
Is the country faring better under Buhari?
It depends on the way you look at it. There are some fundamental things, in my view, which has improved over the last couple of years, the last 3.5 years. A booking country, like I've always said to people, cannot be mended within 3.5 years, irrespective of what people may say. I'm not saying that Buhari is running a perfect government. I am only saying that this country is broken. So when we look at the issue of Boko Haram, we don't have the kind of mayhem that we used to have under Jonathan. If you have an economy which has been dilapidated, it takes a while for it to start to get made. So if I give you an example, Bauchi State is growing rice, and Lagos State is actually importing rice from Bauchi. And so the agricultural sector has improved under Buhari. It will take a little bit of time for it to start to have serious effect on the people. And at a particular point in time, when you look at the exchange rates of the country, it was around about 500 plus to 1.
Under Buhari?
Under Buhari. And it's going down now.
But the people are getting hungrier. Nigeria has become the capital of poverty.
Nigeria is not only the capital of poverty. When you look at quite a number of other countries in the world, Sri Lanka, even the fast-growing India, there is high level of poverty there.
But not compared to Nigeria from recent statistics.
Well, even if we can't compare it to Nigeria, but I think there is something about reflection. We Nigerians will need to continue to stop to think. Did Buhari actually started the abject poverty that you are talking about? We have had successive government in this country that haven't actually addressed those key levers which could actually aid development. So in my view, Buhari, as at this particular point in time, is made a couple of strides. I'll continue to say it. I am not saying the Buhari's government is perfect. What I am saying is, as of 2014-15, when Buhari took power, this country was going towards running bankrupt. So if we compare what we mean by going bankrupt to what we have today, you will know that there has been substantial changes in this
Some would say Buhari added insult to injury.
By doing what? That will be the question. By doing what? So if I give you another example, something that I tend to reflect on all the time. Someone said to me the other day, he said, if you put 10 Nigerians down and you want to actually assign them to position of responsibility, you will hardly find 2 that are not corrupt. While people talk a lot about restructure, I can understand why people are talking about restructure. Corruption is the bane of our society. It won't go away. It's not just applicable to the ruling class. Even the masses, corruption has eaten deep into our society. Anybody, irrespective of how much imperfect any government that it's trying to address the issue of corruption, that government is helping this country. It may take a while for us to start to see the effect.
From the calculations, it seems everyone is talking about Kanu being